Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. And if you're new here, hey, I'm Nico. Today I wanted to show you a pre-workout stretch routine. It's really important to keep your muscles malleable and flexible just to prevent injury during your workout. Sometimes when we're stretching before our workout, we tend to just focus on whatever muscles we're planning on working the most that day. Like for instance, arm day, we just stretch our arms. But we want to make sure that we're stretching all of our body because a lot of the muscles relate and connect to each other. For example, when you're doing bench press, you're not only using your arms, you're using your chest, your core, your back, and more. So again, it's just important to get a thorough stretch each time you work out. And feel free to use this same video when you're done with your workout as a post-workout stretch routine. So let's begin, starting in table pose. Hands are underneath shoulders and knees are underneath hips. Let's bring those big toes together and start to extend those hips back towards our heels, coming to child's pose. Taking an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, melt down towards your mat. Forehead can rest on the mat. And then taking a stretch underneath these arms, let's take our hands, bring them together in a prayer, and then bring them to the back. And kind of think about rounding your spine, feeling a stretch underneath those armpits. Let's release the hands, bring the knees close together. Take an inhale. Exhale, this time the arms will come to our sides and we'll just fall down over the knees, getting the stretch in the back. Let's start to bring our body back up to table position and work into our shoulder stretch. Taking an inhale, extend that right arm out to the side. Exhale, bring it behind the left arm. Right ear, right shoulder come down to the ground. Left hand can plant down on the ground above you, or take an inhale, extend that arm up and bend it behind your back. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes back down to the ground as we come back up to table. Let's do that on the right side. Inhale the left arm out to the side, bring it behind the right. Left ear, left shoulder come down. You can let that right hand stay planted down on the ground or extend it up and bend it behind your back. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes back down to the ground, coming back to table. We're going to shift our weight forward and let those hips drop down towards our mat, come into a cobra position, making sure those shoulders are engaged. Eyes of the elbows rotate forward. Hands are still underneath the shoulders. And we're just stretching our core out here. Feel free to let your hips drop from one side to the other. And then if you want a little more, you can even engage those thighs a little bit, maybe lifting them off the ground slightly, getting a deeper stretch in that front core. And let's start to make our way back to our first down dog. We'll tuck our toes under, start to send the hips up and back, pressing the chest towards the thighs, pressing the heels towards the ground. And if you need tips on how to do your down dog, I'll link my video here for down dog modifications and tips. And just start to pedal your feet out one at a time, and we'll get a good stretch in our calves here. And then we could also shift our weight from one foot to the other. Kind of starting to feel it up into our hamstrings. Now let's take our left foot, walk it in a half step as we extend that right foot up and back. And then we'll bring the knee into our chest, moving into a pigeon pose. Letting that knee come up in the space in between our hands. Knee is over towards our right hand, and our foot is extended over towards the left. Start to extend this left leg back as much as you can. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, melt down towards your mat. That's only if you want to come down further. Feel free to stay up on your hands if that's more comfortable. Also, if this version of pigeon pose isn't the most accessible for you, I'll put in a picture of upside down pigeon, which is also known as figure 4. That serves as a good modification. And then we'll come back up on our hands, tuck that back toe under, extend this left leg up and back again, rest it down, and we'll do that on the other side. You can also do this from your knees, extending that left leg back from your knees if you prefer. Pulling it in towards the chest, bring it up in that space, knee is over towards the left hand, foot is over towards the right side of our mat, right leg starts to extend back. Inhale. You can stay up on the hands or you can melt down lower. Trying to keep those hips facing the ground. Take one more breath down here in your pigeon pose. And we'll tuck that back toe under, coming back to our down dog. If you want to pedal your feet out again, you can. We'll bring our gaze in between our hands. Start to walk the feet up behind the hands. Inhale up for a half lift. You can let your hands come to your shins if that's more comfortable. Just to lengthen the spine. Exhale more down to a forward fold. Now how much you want to bend your knees is kind of up to you. Preferably there's a slight bend in the knees. Just try to keep the knees from being locked out. If you want a deep bend in your knees, that'll help stretch your back a little bit more. If you want your legs to be a bit straighter, that'll bring your focus a little bit more into your hamstrings. So you have some options here. And then you could grab those elbows and just kind of rock side to side. Let's release those elbows. Start to roll up to a standing position. Inhale, hands meet up above you. Exhale, hands come down to heart center and then come down to your sides. And now is a good time to get in some shoulder rolls. So let's just roll those shoulders to the back. And do the same thing, roll the shoulders forward. Bring the shoulders back to neutral, let's do some neck rolls. Moving to the right side, inhaling back, exhaling forward. And switch directions, move to the left side. Bring your head back to neutral. Let's get a good quad stretch here. Nice and rooted on our left foot to begin. We'll bend at the right knee. Grab the ankle, pull the foot in towards your glutes. Knee is pointing down towards the ground. If you need to grab a chair or grab a wall with your left hand for stability, feel free. Do the same thing on the other side. Release that right foot, get nice and rooted in the right side. Bend at the left knee, grab the ankle, pull the heel in towards your glutes. Inhale, exhale, go ahead and release that foot. Let's come down to a seated position. Just letting our hands come behind us, extend those legs out front. We'll sweep these arms up with an inhale. Exhale, lead with the chest coming down under the legs. Don't be too worried about grabbing the feet here. It's not completely necessary. Just as far as you can till you feel a stretch here. And we'll lengthen with an inhale. Exhale, see if you can come a little bit deeper down into your seated forward bend. It's okay to have a slight bend in your knees here as well. We'll roll back up to a seated position. Let's stretch the shoulders out a little bit more. Right arm extends out in front. Bring it down on the inside of that left elbow and then pull it in towards your chest. And we'll release and do the other side. Same thing, just switching the arms. And we're holding our stretches for about 5 breaths here. But remember, if you want to hold them longer, you can. You can hold them for 10 to 15 breaths if you want a more deep and thorough stretch. And let's release the left arm. Right arm extends up towards the sky, bending at the elbow. Palm faces are back. Grab the elbow and go ahead and pull that arm down. Getting a good tricep stretch. And we'll switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, release that left elbow, and we'll finish with a spinal twist. Bending at the right knee, stepping it over the left leg. Left arm extends up towards the sky. As we start to twist towards the right, bringing the elbow on the outside of the knee. Right fingertips face the back wall as you bring your gaze over your right shoulder. And you can keep your hand up in the air, or you can let it extend down towards this leg. Take an inhale. Exhale back to center, and we'll do that on the other side. Bend at the left leg, step it over the right. Right arm extends up towards the sky, twist to the left. Left fingertips face the back wall, gaze over the left shoulder. You can let that hand stay extended up or extend it towards that leg. Inhale, exhale, relax out of the pose. So that completes our pre-workout stretch routine. Again, if you like this, you can do it post-workout as well. Let me know what you think about the stretch routine. If you would like to see more things like this, if you want a more thorough stretch routine or a longer one, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you like. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. Peace and love.